Of course, we're going to be talking about some Motley Crue and a little bit about Mick Mars. So, of course, had to start it off with Kickstart My Heart. I mean, just what a killer tune. I mean, if that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what does. Because, I'm still just kind of waking up by the time I'm shooting this. And, just play Kickstart My Heart, and that wakes you right up. Forget about coffee, just blast the Motley Crue. But I guess, I don't recall hearing, I don't remember the first time I heard Motley Crue. But, I do recall, I guess kind of the time I really kind of started to take more notice of Motley, kind of outside of the hits, was when The Dirt came out, like a lot of other people, right? So, I knew the hits, like, Shout at the Devil, Kickstart My Heart, and even some of those slightly deeper cuts, like Same Old Situation, and, Live Wire's a killer one, too, right? Let's see. I remember the day the Dirt soundtrack came out, it's got the whiskey bottle on it and all that. But I remember listening to that the morning it came out, on the way to school, walking around class, walking to and from class, blasting that through my hearing aid and enjoying that. So that was, that was a good day. And of course, that was the time the Dirt was coming out. And I remember this really well because it was either like the day before or, I don't remember, it was like really, really close. But we, let's see, when the Dirt came out, we were on a trip to Italy. That was a great trip, by the way. But I remember, going to the hotel room in Rome and, looking on Netflix and trying to download the movie so I could watch it on the plane ride back. And I remember sitting on the plane heading back home, to Sweet Home Chicago. And I just remember having my phone in my hand. I know that, if you've seen the movie, that opening scene. I'm just kind of looking around, and I just kind of, lowered the phone down, like, oh, man, I hope no one was looking between the seats. It was a good movie. I really did enjoy it. Definitely one of my favorite biopics. But, the soundtrack album, too, was great because it kind of showed me some of the earlier stuff that I didn't really know as well. Like, one of my favorites now is Take Me to the Top. Two down a full step, by the way. And, it was great because I kind of started to look a little bit more into Mick Mars' guitar style. And to me, I found out it was kind of like a gold mine of what I was looking for. Because I love, like the 80s kind of hair metal party music stuff. But it was all kind of the Van Halen shred stuff. And I kind of talked about this before, Eddie, that type of playing, it's always going to be a big impact on me. And I'm always going to enjoy it. But you're not really going to see me do a lot of, like, tapping and all that type of stuff. It's more of, like, the blues type licks and all that. And the cool thing is Mick is kind of like a combination of both. He kind of has that, I don't know, I guess you could call it that hair metal flair. But it also had a bit of a, that blues grit to it as well, which really kind of pulled me into Motley a lot. And, that kind of thing. Because obviously you got, like, the whammy bar intro to Kickstart My Heart, but then you got, like, Smoking in the Boys' Room as well, which is, like, a killer bluesy bass tune. And he's got a killer slide solo in that as well. So to me, that was kind of like the best of both worlds. And, the cool thing about Mick, too, is that he has his own medical battles that he's had to face with, I know I'm going to butcher this, but I think it's something along the lines of ankylosing spondylitis. I think that's what he has. But, I think it's something with his back, right? And to me, I talked about Tony Iommi last week, and how much of an inspiration he is to me because he's had to overcome some of his challenges. Mick Mars is the same exact way. It's like, oh, cool, I love Motley Crue. And then you look into Mick Mars and you're like, oh, wow, he's kind of had to go through his own, personal medical journey. So to me, that was kind of huge to look at that and, see what he's had to overcome. That was really inspiring to me. I guess that's kind of everything I want to talk about with Motley. I'm looking forward to the stadium tour, or at least I was looking forward to it. We were going to see him in Milwaukee over the summer, but obviously that didn't happen. But whenever, you know, this whole COVID crap clears up, I'm definitely very excited to see Motley live. That's going to be a great show. So yeah, I guess I'm going to play you guys out with some Livewire. Take care, guys.